Hi, I'm Jake Bruton with Aero Building. Welcome back to the Build Show, and today we are actually going to revisit a bathroom remodel from 2014 that my firm did. And the reason we're here is I think there's a couple really good design lessons that the clients and ourselves worked out together as we were in process, but there's also a really cool shower here and a detail that I think applies a lot for remodelers. So let's go inside and take a look at everything. This bathroom was completed in 2014, and a couple of the goals that we had, number one, we weren't going to alter the footprint. We still have the same fixtures that were in the bathroom before. We have vanity, shower, tub, and toilet. We did circulate items in here in different places. But the general idea here was we're looking for something that's clean, that's simple, that is able to have the things that we don't want to see put away, and the ability to make things look clean and simple. You know, we added some drawers into this column on top here. We had the cabinet guys build built-in medicine cabinets that match. They have a mirror on the back. They also are powered inside, but we didn't want medicine cabinets that stood off the wall, so we actually did a mud detail around those so that they look flush, so that it just looks like a flush mirror. We have our makeup station behind me, has the same sort of mirror, although it's not a medicine cabinet. And we were able to incorporate in what would be a fairly small footprint for a master bath, a jetted tub and a full shower. And the jetted tub, we're able to, again, we got the cabinet guys to fabricate a panel for underneath. And the benefit of this panel underneath is that lip on the tub is able to come down and sit over top of it. So we took a drop-in tub that would normally have a large perimeter of tile or a large built-in area around it. And we're really able to compress that footprint as much as possible by just changing the way that we install it ever so slightly. Part of that hiding things, we have a half wall here that denotes where the tub stops, but it also has a inset on the back here. So all of the items that would be normally sitting around the perimeter of a tub are able to go in a niche or an inset like you normally would have in a shower. The same thing with the shower behind us. We have an inset that's hidden on the back side of a half wall. You don't really see it. But now that we're going to talk about the shower, why don't we flip around here and we'll talk about how this thing's assembled. Being a remodel, we're limited sometimes in what we can do with reframing spaces. One of the requirements of this bathroom was a zero entry shower. So most of the time that would be pulling up subfloor, sinking that assembly down and into the floor so that when you go into the shower, then you travel downward and so that the water flows to a drain. Here, that wasn't an option. The floor joists didn't have anything that we're able to get out of them to give. We're kind of in the middle of a span here, framing wise, so it wasn't going to be very easy for us to chop things down and be able to lower that assembly. So what we decided to do was build up rather than go down. So it's a little difficult to see. Let me show you how this works. So our assembly here, the only exit to the shower is the width of our floor drain here, and our floor, for it to be level, we're about 1.5 inches up. And what we've done here is we left our traditional subfloor and we added a Schluter brand Curdy shower pan. And we added this shower pan at an angle in the shower. We added our drain, and then we built these walls to come exactly to the edge of that drain. Any water that falls in here has to go down and to the drain. And this is one of those things that, like, the first time we did this, we turned the water on and everybody had a moment of panic, but then all the water disappeared into the drain and it was no big deal. Same thing here. This was not the first time that we did this shower assembly. But you have that moment of, well, is it going to run out and onto the floor? Even if it does get a little bit of water out and onto the floor, we're not particularly worried. I mean, obviously we don't want it to get wet all the time, but our Dietra out here from Schluter as well it's taped and all the seams are waterproof, so the water would actually have to run to the door of the bathroom before it could cause any damage. The beauty of this system is there was no reframing. We used regular parts that our carpenters and our tile guys are used to on a regular basis, and we really saved a lot of headache. Now, like I said, if water were to run out, after the clients here took possession of the bathroom, I got a phone call and they said, well, it's like a gallon of water gets out and onto the floor every time he takes a shower. And we talked about it and we couldn't figure out what he was doing different to cause it versus his wife. And so the funny thing is here that we actually ended up having, I asked her to watch him take a shower and see what he was doing different. And she called me while he was still in the shower and she was like, his soap makes way more bubbles than any soap I've ever seen. And so he was actually creating enough of a bridge with foam that the water, the pressure could get across the drain and out. So that's the only problem in the, say, 10 or 15 showers that Aero Building has constructed using this method. That's the only time we've ever had any issues. The things to note: you got to be able to place your drain in the exact right place and the wall placement next to the drain, or you could turn these sections of walls into a curb. The curb placement needs to be perfect if you want everything to drain there. But I think that this really solved a lot of our problems in the sense that we got a zero entry shower without having to do any reframing. We're able to just add material as if we were doing a curb shower. So this is an assembly that I think you should think about when you're looking at a curb shower or curbless shower in a remodel situation. I want to say thanks for watching today. Check me out on Instagram. Check out Aero Building on Instagram as well. Thanks.